You're standing in line at a hardware store on a weekend morning. The guy ahead of you just paid nearly $1,000 without blinking. His cart isn't fun stuff. No plants, no tools he's excited about. It's repair gear, the something went wrong kind. He looks tired, like this isn't his first trip. And a quiet thought creeps in. That's going to be me because 3 months ago, you bought a house, and at the closing table, everything sounded manageable, clean, predictable. What they didn't explain was what happens after you get the keys. Homeownership doesn't hit all at once. It arrives in waves. First, you're celebrating. Then the systems start aging, on their own schedule, not yours. The AC gives up during peak summer. A leak shows up where there wasn't one before. A water heater starts making noises no machine should ever make. None of these were on your spreadsheet. By the end of the first year, the savings you felt proud of is gone. Your credit card balance is heavier, and suddenly you understand why homeowners always look tense. This isn't bad luck, it's math. The average homeowner spends tens of thousands per year on costs that never show up in listings or mortgage calculators. Repairs, maintenance, taxes, insurance, fees. These aren't upgrades, they're survival costs. The problem is how homeownership is sold. You're taught that the mortgage is the cost. It's not. The mortgage is the cover charge. Once you're inside, the real expenses start lining up. There's a popular rule that says you should budget 1% of your home's value per year for maintenance. It sounds responsible, reassuring. It's also outdated. That guideline was created in a completely different economic reality, when labor was cheaper, materials were cheaper, and homes were simpler. Today, real-world spending is often double or triple that number, and that's before emergencies. And emergencies don't ask permission. Foundations shift, roofs fail, HVAC systems die exactly when demand is highest and prices spike. Nearly half of homeowners face major surprise repairs within the first year, some within weeks. You're not failing at ownership. Ownership is failing to warn you. What makes this worse is that these costs stack, not replace each other. Maintenance doesn't stop because your taxes go up. Insurance doesn't pause because your HOA raises fees. Nothing cancels anything else out. Property taxes rise quietly, year after year, tied to values you haven't realized and gains you haven't cashed in. HOA fees increase modestly until one day they don't, and then comes special assessments, sudden, unavoidable, and enormous. Pay or risk losing what you thought you owned. And location turns this from expensive to chaotic. Two identical homes can cost radically different amounts to own based solely on geography. Same walls, same systems, wildly different extraction rates. In some places, owning a modest home now costs more per month than renting a luxury apartment nearby. The old math has flipped. For decades, buying meant stability, and renting meant throwing money away. Now, renting often means predictable costs and flexibility, while ownership means volatility. When you own, every aging system becomes a future invoice. When you rent, those invoices belong to someone else. This doesn't mean buying is always wrong. It means buying is not automatically right. A house isn't a guaranteed wealth builder. It's a leveraged bet that appreciation will outpace the constant drain of ownership. Sometimes that bet pays off. Sometimes it doesn't. And when it doesn't, you're left managing a depreciating machine that requires endless cash to keep functional. The real danger isn't the expense. It's the illusion. The illusion that if you qualified, you're safe, that if you bought within your budget, you're protected, that if nothing catastrophic happens, you'll be fine. But things will happen, not dramatically, predictably. Systems age, materials fail, entropy always wins. So before you fall in love with finishes and layouts, run the full numbers, not the optimistic ones, the honest ones. Mortgage, taxes, insurance, HOA, maintenance, realistic maintenance. Then compare that to renting and investing the difference. Because the house doesn't care about your financial plan. It will break. You will pay. The only real choice is whether you understand that before or after you sign.